Here we go, Coach B.
You bet, Darren. And again, it's very important that Decorah gets off to a good start. You know, that national anthem, we're going to hear a whole lot of that, I hope, here coming up in a couple of weeks at the Olympics. But it always gives you a little bit of a nervous feel to the beginning of a ball game. I like it.
Here's the tap, and it's controlled by Decorah, and they shoot to our left here in the first half. Up into the front court comes Colin Nimrod. Oelwein out in a 2-3 zone. Right wing to Drake Schuring. Schuring right corner to Holt Johansson. Back to Schuring on the right wing. Top of the key to Bryce Pierce. Pierce over on the left side to Nimrod. High on the left to Hartman. Tried to get it underneath to Johansson, and Johansson had it stripped, but an Oelwein player was touching the end line while touching the ball, so Decorah will keep it baseline left.
So far, Darren, it's been a good sign. We haven't taken a three. We've gotten a lot of touches. Everybody's had an opportunity to feel the ball.
Inbounds it comes to Pierce, left corner, now to Schuring around a screen right of the key. Leaves it now to Nimrod on the right wing. Dribbles to the top of the key to Pierce, left side to Schuring. Underneath in the left short corner to Johansson. Jump pass to Schuring on the left side. Skips it over to Pierce right side. Dumps it to Hartman right of the lane. Right corner to Nimrod. A three-pointer is up. It's long. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. Oelwein tries to save it, but does so right to Bryce Pierce. On the left wing to Drake Schuring. Schuring now to Pierce. Free throw line to Hartman. Left side to Schuring. Drake's going to take a three-pointer. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Huskies.
Well, I tell you what, Darren, we got to take the ball inside there. We've settled for those threes. We didn't need to.
Up to the front court comes Jared Latteberg. Latteberg on the right wing to Austin Arndt. Arndt on the right wing, dribbles to the top of the key against Johansson, and Decorah man-for-man. Minute 15 in, no score. Latteberg, who had 15 against Decorah last time, throws it to Austin Meyer at the top of the key, who had 11 against Decorah the last time. He's guarded by Hartman. He'll leave it at the top of the key to Troy Rao. Rao with the basketball, works on Colin Nimrod. Rao had it knocked away, got it back, veers over to the right wing, kicks it back to Meyer, who lost control of the ball, and Meyer retrieves it in the midcourt area. And a timeout is asked for by Nick Schaaf, a 30-second timeout. Something you don't see in basketball too much. Minute 36 gone, and each team has had one possession.
That's right, Darren, and again, Decorah did a nice job of getting a lot of touches, moving the ball around inside out, but then we settled for 2 threes, which we did not need to do. I think we got to go inside and challenge these guys. We got to assume that we're deeper in the middle, deeper with our bigs than what Oelwein is. And then on the other hand, here's Oelwein just kind of standing around out there, passing the ball around the perimeter of our defense, and give credit to Decorah's defense, but Oelwein's not doing anything either.
No score, minute 36 in after the 30-second timeout. It comes into Austin Meyer in the right corner. Meyer takes the dribble against Hartman, leaves it high on the right to Josh White. Back top of the key to Austin Arndt. He's checked by Holt Johansson. He'll leave it left of the lane to Meyer. Meyer dumps it underneath with the right block to Rao, and Rao puts it up and in.
Nice backdoor cut there, and Decorah wasn't talking there. They let somebody get by.
2-0 Oelwein, 2 minutes in. Johansson on the left wing, and Johansson is fouled as he started to penetrate that time. The foul will be on Jared Latteberg, his first of the game. 2:01 in, 2-0 Oelwein.
I kind of feel like I'm in jail here. I've got these banisters for the stadium in front of me here. I feel like I'm in jail.
Well, good place for both of us, probably. Hartman on the right side of Pierce. Pierce with a shot fake, drives in the lane, now stops, kicks it left corner to Schuring, top of the key to Nimrod. Nimrod starts to penetrate right baseline to Johansson, and 18-footer is up, it's no good, and Austin Arndt pulls it down for the Huskies. Arndt dribbles up into the front court to our right. He's guarded by Johansson. He veers to the right wing. Arndt goes top of the key to White. White on the left side to Latteberg. Latteberg driving to the left block. Works on Drake Schuring. Picks up his dribble there. Leaves it on the left wing to Austin Arndt. Arndt back to Meyer on the left block. He turns and faces against Hartman. Shot up short. The rebound pulled down by Johansson for Decorah. Quickly ahead to Drake Schuring. Schuring drives into the lane, puts it up off the glass, and in. We're tied at 2.
And that was nice body control there, Darren. Good shot under pressure.
3 minutes into the game, we're tied at 2 as the Huskies have it. Shooting to our right, Austin Arndt. Top of the key to Latteberg. Latteberg on the right side to Meyer. Meyer leaves it at the free throw line to White. White back to Meyer. Takes the free throw line. Extended jump shot from 15. No good. Holt Johansson got the rebound. Holt right side to Drake Schuring. Schuring high on the right to Bryce Pierce, who will retreat to the midcourt area. Huskies playing the 2-3.
You know, Bryce had 100 points the other night, and he's not shooting the 3 right now. He was red hot, but that's good. Give him credit for that, making sure everybody gets an opportunity to see what they got.
Johansson at the free throw line to Hartman, left corner to Colin Nimrod. Colin directing traffic. Takes a couple of dribbles, leaves it back in the midcourt area to Drake Skuring. Skuring on the right side to Bryce Pierce. High on the right to Hartman. Chris takes a 15-footer, and it's a brick. The rebound pulled down by Ladeberg for Oelwein. Ladeberg will dribble up into the front court, around a screen to the free throw line. Kicks it on the left side, Josh White. A three-pointer is long, and the rebound down to the corner. Meyer tries to play it off of a Viking. He's able to do so. Oelwein will keep it. 4:03 left first quarter. We're tied at 2.
Now, do you call that a rebound or not, Darren?
It has to be a rebound. Every shot needs to have a rebound.
Yeah, well.
By definition.
Okay. That means they've got 4 to our 2.
Grant McMillan in for Oelwein, as well as Mason Moeller in for Oelwein.
Have to say hello to Ruth Price. I know she's listening.
Good evening, Ruth. And passing bounce taken away by Colin Nimrod for Decorah. Colin up into the front court, left corner to Skuring. Skuring at the left block to Hartman, double team, kicks it back to Drake on the left wing. Back between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod leaves it now to Hartman, left corner to Skuring. Skuring around a screen, jump pass out of the key to Nimrod. Colin on the right side of Bryce Pierce. Pierce, right corner to Johansson. Johansson back on the right wing to Pierce, leaves it right of the lane to Chris Hartman, top of the key to Skuring. Skuring goes right corner to Pierce. 3:30 left first quarter, we're tied at 2. Dumps it to Skuring, layup from the right block, no good. He got it between 3. Huskies went up. The shot was blocked and a foul is called.
Yep, and that's a good call. The Oelwein defender on the second shot had his arms kind of like an umbrella over the edge.
Austin Meyer picks up the foul, his first and the team's second. So Drake Skuring will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Drake on the season is a 65% free throw shooter. The first one is up and good, and it's a 3-2 lead for Decorah as Jacob Leaps, James Lang, and Kyle Kane come in for Decorah.
Well, I tell you what, the Chris Hartman has been open there in the middle of this thing for that little free throw shot. Somebody's got to step in there and make that baby.
Second one coming for Drake Skuring with 3:25 left in the quarter, and Drake's second one up and good. Drake Skuring 4, Troy Rao 2 thus far. Decorah leading by a 4-2 margin. We'll wind up into the front court with Austin Arndt. Arndt goes in the left corner to Josh White. White high on the left to Austin Meyer. Meyer on the right side to Austin Arndt. Arndt goes right corner to White. White drives the right baseline, stops the block, dumps it at the left block to McMillan, who puts up the layup and misses. Rebound to Lang for Decorah. Now to Nimrod, left wing to Skuring. Left to the key to Nimrod. Bounce pass on the right side to Leaps. Back between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod right side to Leaps. Leaps high on the right to Lang. Kicks along the baseline to Kane. Kyle puts it up for 2.
And there's where Lang's able to do that because he stands at 6'7" with his arms up. He's got to be at least 7'5", and he's able to throw down to Kane.
6'2" Decorah at the free throw line with it is Meyer. Meyer had it knocked away. He got it back. He's guarded by Lang. He kicks it on the left side of Mason Moeller. Moeller goes left of the lane to Meyer, and Meyer fouled on a reach-in by James Lang. James will pick up his first and the team's first as well.
That's too bad, too, because James, there's no reason in the world that he has to foul anybody in a pass. Geez, whiz, he totally eclipses the sun when he's out there.
Johansson back in for Decorah with 2:30 left here in the first quarter. Inbounds, it comes at the right block to Austin Arndt. Arndt puts up the shot from the right block. No good. Johansson got the rebound. He speeds up into the front court, tries to pass it to Kane. The ball is taken away by Arndt. He saves it in bounds and does so to Mason Moeller. Now to Arndt. Arndt dribbles up into the front court, and a pull-up jumper from 3 is good, and it's 6-5 Decorah with 2:13 left first quarter.
And that's breakdown on the defense. Somebody's got to put a hand up on that shot.
6-5 Decorah. 2:05 left first quarter. Leaps on the right side to Lane, kicks along the baseline to Kane. Kane stops, goes left corner to Johansson. Johansson takes a 10-footer, kisses it off the window for 2.
Well, bank's open.
Holt with his first 2, 8-5 Decorah, minute 50 to play here in quarter number 1. Arndt up into the front court. Arndt veers to the right side, leaves it on the right wing to Grant McMillan. Back high on the right to Tristan Dittmer. Dittmer on the left side of White. Back between the circles to Arndt. Arndt on the right side of McMillan. McMillan back between the circles to Arndt. Arndt on the right side to McMillan. 1:28 left first quarter. 8-5 Decorah. Dittmer Left side to Moeller. Moeller left corner to McMillan. Takes a couple of dribbles. Goes top of the key to Arndt. Arndt around a screen right side. He'll take a 20-footer and bury it. Arndt with 5, and it's 8-7 Decorah with 1:13 to play first quarter. Johansson left of the lane to Lang. Lang put it up, no good, but a foul is called. And at least in the games we've seen, that's the strongest take we've seen out of James Lang.
Absolutely. In fact, it might be the only take we've seen out of James Lang. So that's a great sign. I'd love to see that. And right now, everybody from Oelwein is really respecting James up there when he gets the ball at that high post near the free throw line, and it's leaving the baseline open, Darren, for a pretty good look at the basket.
The foul was on Dittmer, his first, team's first. Lang's first free throw up and good. He does have to get better on the free throws. He's 12 for 34 this year. But the first 2 tonight, up and good. So, it's a 10-7 lead for Decorah. 1:07 to play first quarter. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Inbounds, the ball comes towards Troy Rao, who tries to save it inbounds along the sideline. It's loose along the side, and a foul is going to be called on Oelwein in the battle for the loose ball. They ruled that Dittmer pulled down to hold Johansson.
That's hard to do.
Dittmer picks up his second, team's fourth.
He might be the only guy from Oelwein that ever pulled him down, including the football games.
I have a stat on that, but I'll bring up here in a moment as Skirring takes the jumper up. No good. Rebound to the corner. Taken by Pierce in the left corner. Pierce to the left short corner and Kyle Kane. Kane leaves it in the lane to Johansson. A 5-footer up off the window and good.
And there's where Holt makes himself about 3 foot taller by using the backboard to bank it in.
Johansson with 4, 12-7 Decorah, 37 seconds left first quarter. Arndt veers over to the right side, right corner to McMillan. McMillan back on the right wing to Rao, dribbles to the free throw line, now stops, goes left side to Woodward. Woodward with the basketball, retreats to the midcourt area, leaves it to McMillan, who directs traffic. Passes on the right wing to Austin Arndt. Arndt on the right wing, guarded by Johansson, 15 seconds left in the corner. Arndt retreats to the midcourt area, veering over the right side, kicks it high on the right to McMillan, who veers over the left side with 8 seconds left in the corner. Top of the key to Woodward. Woodward veers over the right side with 4 seconds left. Woodward picked up on a switch by Kane, kicks it on the right side to Rao. Rao puts up a 10-foot runner at the buzzer of the quarter. It's no good. And the first quarter is now done. It is a 12-7 lead for Decorah after 1. 12-7 Decorah as we go to the second quarter. So far, Oelwein playing that zone, trying to slow down to Decorah, but Decorah playing within themselves on the half court, and I think that's the key to the 5-point lead right now. Your thoughts, Larry?
Absolutely, Darren. Certainly the Decorah has been very patient, and they've worked the ball around, and they've found that soft spot in the zone, which of course is the middle of it, and as a result, they're able to work off of that middle and get some really good looks. I think Oelwein is over-pursuing a little bit on that zone. I think they should maybe let Decorah shoot a little bit more over the top and force us to see if we can actually make a shot.
Oelwein basketball to start the second quarter. Back between the circles is Latteberg. Latteberg veers to the right side, dribbles it off his foot, but he runs it down in the right corner. Veering to the right wing, kicks it now to Josh White. Oelwein sitting there running these delay the clock plays here. Bounce pass on the right side. It goes to Latteberg from Arndt. Latteberg leaves it back to Arndt on the right wing. Leaves it high on the right to Latteberg. Latteberg veers over to the left side. Now to Arndt. Arndt veers over to the right side. Goes top of the key to Latteberg. A three-pointer is up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Rao. And Rao will retreat for the Huskies. Rao veering over the right side. Lob pass underneath the Meyer. Punch out of bounds by Skirring. But Skirring no hustle and saves it in to Chris Hartman for Decorah. Now to Pierce up to the front court to our left. Now to Nimrod. Leaves it right corner to Skirring. Back on the right wing to Colin Nimrod. To Johansson to the high post right. And Hartman right side to Nimrod. Three-pointer up and good. Callan with the three-pointer. That's three-pointer number 8 on the season for him. It's 15-7 Decorah. 6:50 to play second quarter.
Great ball movement there, Darren.
Rao veers over to the left side, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Johansson. Holt will pick up personal number 1 and team foul number 2.
There's absolutely no reason for us to foul anybody from Oelwein. They cannot do anything. We don't need to reach. Just play with our feet. They're not quick enough to beat us.
Up into the front court will come Troy Rao, who veers over to the right side, top of the key to Latteberg. A three-pointer is wide left. and out of bounds.
That looked like one of our threes. They just kind of threw it up there in desperation almost, don't you say, Darren?
Yeah.
We don't have a shot clock in high school, do we?
Last time I checked. High on the right, Hartman, right corner to Skirring. Skirring takes a three-pointer. It's off the back iron. Rebound taken at the right block by Johansson. Goes up off the glass and in. Holt with 6. And it's 17-7 Decorah with 6:15 to play. Quarter number 2.
Are you being redundant when you say Holt off the glass? Great eye, very soft shot off the bank.
Rao go to the right wing, back between the circles to White. White back between the circles to Ladberg. Ladberg rears over the right wing. Kicks it top of the key to Rao. Tried to get it to Meyer underneath. Bobbled it. Got it back. Hook shot up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Johansson. Outlet left to Nimrod. Back to Holt. Holt brings it up into the front court. Right side of Bryce Pierce. Pierce driving right of the lane. Now stops. Back between the circles to Holt. High on the right to Hartman. Underneath the Skirring. Right block. Puts it up. Off the glass and in. Skirring with 6. Nice speed from Hartman. It's 19-7 Decorah with 5:35 to play second quarter.
Hope we don't wear out that glass.
Ladberg lost control of the basketball, taken away by Nimrod. He'll bring it up the left sideline. He lost control of the dribble. He got it back, tried to pass it on one knee to Hartman, but it's intercepted by Austin Meyer. Now to Austin Arndt, who will dribble up into the front court to our right for Oelwein. Oelwein still using this delay game. Arndt dribbles to the right wing, back between the circles to Rao. Rao will step back and try a three-pointer and hit a three-pointer. Rao with 5, Arndt with 5, Oelwein with 10, Decorah with 19 with 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Pierce with it on the right wing, high on the right to Hartman. Lob pass underneath the Skirring at the right block. Goes up, had it blocked by White. It's pulled down by Meyer, but his outlet pass taken away by Nimrod, who attacks the basket, and Meyer fouls him. Meyer picks up his second, team's 5th.
And that's 6 turnovers, Darren. And I'd say most of those on Oelwein's, as far as their turnovers, has been forced by our pretty good half-court defense here.
4:49 to play second quarter, 19-10. Decorah with the lead. Thought on the half-court offense. Chris Hartman's getting that ball in that high post. He's had a couple of nice feeds to your baseline cutters in the zone to get buckets, but he's got to take that shot, doesn't he?
My goodness, that's an 8 to 10 footer there, Darren.
Lob pass comes into Lang, left block, puts it up and in. Lang using the height to his advantage, and Lang now with 4.
Boy, I don't know what's gotten into Lang. I like it.
21-10 the score. 4:37 to play second quarter. Decorah up 11. Daquan Schumacher in the game for Oelwein. Goes in the right corner to White. Back between the circles to Ladberg. Ladberg leaves it on the right side to McMillan. McMillan goes right corner to White. A 20-footer is no good. Rebound pulled down by Bryce Pierce. Pierce lost control of the dribble and gets it back. Pierce will pass it across the timeline on the right wing to Kyle Kane. Back to Pierce on the right wing with 4:12 to play here in quarter number 2. Back between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod at the top of the key. Bounce pass on the right side to Leaps. Leaps goes right corner to Pierce as Oelwein has gone man. And Pierce had it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds by Josh Woodward. So Decorah will play it in front of the Oelwein bench as we hit the halfway point of the second quarter. Vikes up 11. Nimrod on the left side to Leaps. Leaps left corner to Pierce. Pierce try to get it off to Lang. It's knocked around. Lang takes it on the floor. He'll leave it for Pierce, and Pierce spins away from the defender, drives into the lane, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Pierce as the Husky defender was waiting for a day and a half.
Yeah, and there's where he just needed to pull up, take that nice little 8-footer, and he had a good shot at the basket.
First foul on Pierce, third on the team. 3:46 to play quarter number 2. It's a 21-10 lead for Decorah. Up out of the front court will come Arndt. Deep on the left side to Woodward as Decorah goes 1-3-1 here. Meyer on the left side tried to get it to Schumacher, who wasn't looking for the ball, but he got it between 3 defenders. He'll put it up, no good, and a foul is called.
Is that on Lang?
Let's see.
I think so.
Actually, it's on Kyle Kane.
Oh, okay.
Kane will pick up personal number 1, team foul number 4. That's at least who Mr. Joe Christopher reported to the scorer's table. Mr. Mike Kelvig working the game tonight. First free throw up and no good for Daquan Schumacher, the junior for the Huskies. Vikes up 21-10 here with 3:29 to play second quarter.
The man-to-man that Oelwein put on us kind of stifled us there for an instant, Darren.
Schumacher's second free throw is no good. Rebound to Lang for Decorah. Now to Skirring. Quickly ahead to Johansson. Lob pass to Kane. Left block. Puts up an awkward shot. No good. And a foul is called on the Huskies. Sam Mayat will pick up the personal. That's his first and the team's sixth.
Got bailed out.
First free throw for Kyle Kane, up and good. Kyle now just improved his free throw percentage on the season, 10% with that shot.
Wow. I think the Vikings have hit all their free throws so far, and then I jinxed them.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jared Ladberg.
Remind me not to say anything next time.
Right corner with it is Maya. Top of the key, Ladberg. A three-pointer is up. It's no good. Rebound along the side goes out of bounds. Last touch by Decorah. Baseline right. Decorah or Oelwein will play it with 3:06 to play here in quarter number 2. It's a 22-10 lead for Decorah. Inbounds comes to McMillan. McMillan to Woodward. Back right corner to Ladberg. And a moving screen is going to be called on McMillan.
All we needed there was some chains and a couple of straps, and the guy would have had a good pick. Boy, I tell you what, he was everywhere on that one.
McMillan, the foul, his first, and the team's seventh. 3:01 to play second quarter, 22-10.
Ooh, look at this. Oelwein's got a little bit of a 1-2-2 going here.
Full court press.
Yep.
Decorah in there with Leaps, Johansson, Schurring, Kane, and James Lang for Decorah.
Should be able to break this quite easily, I would think.
Inbounds it comes to Schurring. Schurring picks up his dribble, double team in the backcourt, leaves it for Leaps, and Leaps will dribble it across the timeline. Back to Schurring, who vocally calls out a set play. On the right side, it goes to Leaps. Leaps tried to get it to Lang, but Lang was being held as he tried to catch the ball. And Tristan Dittmer will pick up personal number 3, team foul number 8.
And right now, Oelwein's tallest guy is probably, what would you say, 5'0" nothing?
Yeah. And Decorah doing a better job here in quarter number 2 of going inside. And I think the early returns on this one, as Lang will go to free throw line for the 1-and-1. He's got 4 points. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. First one up and good.
So far, James has really looked pretty impressive, I think.
And I think the improvement is when he catches the ball, he'll keep it at chin level or above. Earlier in the season, and I think a little bit of this is getting used to varsity basketball, he kept the ball primarily at chin level or below, allowing those little guys to have a fair chance.
Right, and he's been working on the weight, so that ball isn't as heavy as it was.
Second free throw up and good. So Lang with 6. 24-10 the score. Is that the reason you lift weights, Larry?
Yeah.
On the left, in the left corner with it is Sam Mayat. Mayat's pass deflected, taken away by Lang for Decorah. Now to Schurring. Drake will dribble across the timeline. Drake on the left wing to Pierce. Pierce left corner to Leaps. Leaps takes a couple of dribbles in the lane, put up a running one-hander from 5 and buried it.
Yep. And that happened because Lang drew a double team and it left Leaps wide open.
So, 26-10 the score. Decorah on top. With it in the right corner is Sam Mayat. Mayat top of the key to Rao. Rao will take a three-pointer. It's no good, and Lang got the rebound, had it deflected, taken by Leaps, and Leaps will use the behind-the-back dribble going into the front court. Leaves it on the left side to Drake Schurring. Schurring back between the circles to Johansson. Leaves it on the right side to Lang. Has it now at the right block, goes across the lane. The baby hook is up and good. That was pretty, Coach P. Pretty.
Gee whiz. Only thing missing was a slam dunk.
Give him time. 28-10. 8 points on the night for Lang. 90 seconds to play first quarter. On the right side with it is Lau. Lau leaves it for Ladberg, driving in the lane, put up a running one-hander, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johansson, outlet to Schurring. Schurring brings it up the far right sideline, leaves it now to Leaps on the left wing. He'll drive to the left baseline, he'll retreat to the top of the key and leave it for Pierce. Oelwein in the man-for-man, down 18 with 1:05 to play second quarter. Pierce on the right wing to Leaps, and a foul called away from the ball, and let's see, guilty party is going to be on Oelwein. Josh Woodward holding Drake Schurring in the post. First foul on Woodward and the team's 9th. So Drake Schurring will go to the free throw line. He has 6 points. He's 2 for 2 from the line. We got to say hello to his mom, Tracy, watching the girls' game and listening to us.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that's kind of special. How are the girls doing anyway?
End of the first quarter, 11-11, Decorah and Oelwein.
Well, it's almost tied.
In fact, it is tied. First free throw up and good for Skirring. 29-10.
That may put us up to 4 fans.
Might be 5.
Might be 5.
Well, maybe 4 because the wrestlers are wrestling tonight, so Coach Sock, when he isn't in the barn.
Yeah. And the other thing is that...
Skirring's second free throw up and good, 30-10.
The other thing is we can't get above 5 and run out of fingers on one hand.
Yeah. And counting is the difficult thing. Back between the circles with it, Latterberg driving to the high post left. Double team steps up. And flicker, and it's
hello.
Latterberg with his first 2.
Look what I found.
30-12 Decorah, 35 seconds to play second quarter. Skirring on the left wing to Pierce underneath to Lang at the left block, leaves it now to Leap, steps up, right block, lays it up and in.
Well, I wish I could put on a clinic about backboards. Jeez, the guys have done a nice job tonight, Darren.
32-12, 20 seconds left, second quarter. Decorah up 20. With it in the left corner is Moeller. Moeller on the left wing to Austin Arndt. Arndt back between the circles to a new player in the game. This is Tony Rex. Rex tries to get along the baseline, 6 seconds, and his pass taken away by Johansson. Now to Skirring. Skirring gets his man up in the air, puts it up and in, and a foul is called. Great transition break. A good defense at the other end to get the steal by Johansson, and a great job of filling the lane by Drake Skirring.
Right. He did a nice job of jump stopping, waiting for the defense to go flying by, and then he put himself in a great position to score.
And Tony Rex gets the foul. That's his first, team's 10th. There's 0.3 of a second left here in the first half. It's 34-12 Decorah. They have outscored Oelwein 22-5 here in quarter number 2.
This is going to have to be a tip.
As the free throw from Skirring is no good. Rebound pulled down by Austin Arndt, and that's the first half. Decorah leading 34-12 here at half number 1. At the end of half number 1. We will be back after this break on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC. Welcome back to Oelwein, everybody. 34-12, Decorah leading here at the halftime break. We will have more basketball from the Decorah Gymnasium on Friday night. Decorah will take on one of Class 2A's highly ranked team. I think the still undefeated New Hampton Chickasaws will come to town on Friday night. Granted, it's going to be a tough test for Decorah, no doubt about it. And New Hampton's definitely the favorite in that game. But one thing to consider because of the makeups, New Hampton plays Cresco on Thursday night. So if the schedule is doing you a favor, it's probably playing a team like that in a situation like that. Wouldn't you agree, Larry?
Absolutely, Darren. Are both games on the road?
I'd have to look.
That would make it even more of a factor.
But and we'll have that for you Friday night, 7:30 on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. Then Saturday, Decorah High School will host the Northeast Iowa Conference Wrestling Tournament. We'll have our first update on our sister station, FM 100.5. Beginning at 11 a.m. Wrestling action will begin at 10 on Saturday.
Do you have any idea who might be announcing that, Darren?
You?
No. Are you?
Well, I'm pulling a little double duty.
Oh, what a guy. You're amphibious. I like it.
Well, I'm something.
Let's not go there. Okay. Anyway, I tell you what, I can't tell you how nice it is to see Decorah with kind of their full complement of players now.
Yeah.
With Kyle Kane and Holt Johansson back. And you know what? So far, James Lang has come to play tonight. That's really nice to see because you're right. Before, he was playing like he was about 5'3", and now he's actually playing like he's a 6'7" type player.
Well, it looks like Decorah will go out with their original starting 5 of Pierce, Nimrod, Hartman, Johansson, and Skirring. Oelwein will come out with Rao, Arndt, Latterberg, Meyer, and Whites. Both teams will start with their second half, or with their original starting lineups here in the second half. Decorah ball to start the second half. They shoot to our right here in the first half. Oelwein back to the 2-3 zone. Colin Nimrod on the left wing, back between the circles to Holt Johansson. Johansson in the lane to Hartman, goes left corner to Nimrod. Nimrod now penetrates, drives to the block, put up a runner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Austin Arndt for Oelwein. Arndt had it knocked away from behind, and actually he just lost that thing out of bounds.
Yeah.
Or are they going to reverse the call? I think Mr. Morris might have had a better look than Mr. Kelvick. Well, at least discuss things.
We didn't have a real good angle on it, so I'm not going to go there.
We had the bars in front of us.
Yeah.
Latterberg will play at baseline right. Oelwein shooting to our left here in the second half.
The only thing missing here in this particular spot is the gorilla.
Inbounds it comes. The pass deflected near half court. It's deflected, taken by Austin Arndt. Arndt dumps it underneath to White, and White lays it up for two. First two of the game for White. It's 34-14. Decorah up by 20. With 7:25 to play in the third. Hartman to Johansson at the free throw line. Pierce tried to get it underneath. Ball deflected by Meyer, taken away by Arndt. Arndt will dribble up into the front court. Arndt veers over the right side, works on Johansson, kicks it right of the lane to Meyer. Now to Arndt, drives down the lane, and he short arms the layup, got rejected by the rim. The rebound pulled down by Hartman for Decorah. Hartman now to Nimrod. Nimrod leaves it for Hartman, dumps it underneath the string. Wide open layup from the left block is good.
High-low. Hartman, good pass, good look. Skurring being in the right place at the right time.
This marks the high water mark for a lead for Decorah. It's 36-14 with 6:45 to play in the third. On the right side with it is Josh White. White's pass across the lane, run down by Latterberg on the left wing. Bounce pass to Meyer between the circles. Meyer back between the circles to Arndt. Arndt retreats against Holt Johansson's defense. At the free throw line is Meyer. Meyer takes a 15-footer from there. It's no good. The rebound pulled down by Holt Johansson, who brings it to the front court to our right for Decorah. Leaves it on the left side of Colin Nimrod underneath the Hartman. Tried to get along the baseline to Skurring. Skurring lost it, got it back. His deflected pass taken right of the lane to Pierce. Back to Skurring. Puts it up no good, but a foul is called.
Great passing here. Pierce, good look inside. Skurring didn't quit. Kept working hard.
And the foul will go against White, his first, team's first. Drake will go to the free throw line. He's got 12 points, and he's 4 for 4 from the line.
Didn't you say that the big guy for Oelwein had like 10 or 12 points the last time we played him?
Yeah, first free throw is no good. Austin Meyer had 11 points. He has 0 tonight.
I'm not so sure.
Jared Latterberg, their guard, had 15 the first time. He has 2 tonight. Second free throw up and good.
Done a better job of defending him, there's no doubt, the way it sounds.
37-14, Decorah on top. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. It's done in wrestling. 48-25, Crestwood with the advantage there. And Austin Ashbacker got a pin at heavyweight. Here is a tie-up underneath as Meyer tied up by Hartman, and the alternating possession will stick with Oelwein.
There's where Meyer brought the ball down. Got tied up.
Latterberg will look to get it inbounds, does so to Meyer. Meyer with it between the circles. Meyer stops. Leaves it left side to White, and White threw that one to Dick Fridley from the Oelwein Daily Register.
If he hadn't had a camera in his hand, he'd have got it.
You bet.
That's 10 turnovers on Oelwein.
Back in the day, I did some basketball games with Dick's brother over in Hampton. At the free throw line with it is Hartman. Hartman in the left corner to Nimrod. Back between the circles to Johansson. Right side to Pierce. Pierce leaves it right in the lane to Hartman. Now right corner to Pierce. The three-pointer is up. It's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Meyer for Oelwein. 37-14 to quarter 5:20 to play here in the third quarter. White with it along the left baseline after the feed from Arndt. A turnaround hook is no good. And a foul in the battle for the board. It's going to go against Troy Rao. Rao will pick up personal number 1, team foul number 2. That was because of a very nice box out by Colin Nimrod.
Absolutely. Colin's not the biggest guy down there, but I tell you what, he got a body on the guy and he got that weak side rebound.
So moving to the front court to our right is Holt Johansson as Decorah leads by their biggest margin. It's 37-14. On the right side with it is Pierce. Pierce retreats to the midcourt area, kicks it on the left side, and Nimrod back to Pierce. Oelwein trapping out of this 2-3. Right side to Nimrod, top of the key to Hartman, left side to Pierce. Pierce goes left baseline to Skirring. Drake takes it from 18 and buries it.
And again, a lot of touches. Skirring got himself under control there and did a nice job of shooting the ball.
39-14. Oelwein up, or trails by 25 with the ball. Latterberg around the screen, tries to draw the foul against Johansson, and Johansson fouls him. Latterberg got it to go, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He went about 3 foot laterally there to get a contact with Johansson.
Johansson out. Leaps and Lang and Hartman and Skirring and Nimrod will be the quintet on the floor. As the free throw by Latterberg is no good, bobbled rebound goes to Chris Hartman for Decorah. 4:23 to play here in the third. It's 39-16. Decorah up 23. Up on the front court comes Leaps. Lost the dribble, got it back, picks it up at the free throw line, goes right side of Skirring, back between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod, a lob pass underneath the Skirring at the block. He lost control of the ball, and it'll go out of bounds, and Decorah will keep it baseline right.
Not a bad look, but a little crowded down there in that baseline.
4:06 to play here in the third. It's 39-16 the score. Decorah up 23. This is the high water mark of the game when it comes to leads. Leaps with the basketball between the circles. Left side to Nimrod. Nimrod takes the dribble, goes top of the key to Hartman. Hartman on the right side of Leaps. Leaps on the right wing. Back between the circles to Lang. Lang left baseline to Hartman. Hartman top of the key to Leaps. Leaps drives into the lane. The Red Sea parts for him, and he lays it up for two.
Well, it's not really, they're not wearing red from Oelwein, but it was a white sea.
Parted for the guy in the red uniform.
Yeah, there you go.
Schumacher takes the three-pointer and he banks it in.
Oh, boy.
Schumacher gets the first bench points for the Huskies. It's 41-19. Decorah up 22 with 3:23 to play in the third. Nimrod's pass deflected, and it goes out of bounds.
I'm sure that three-point bank shot was just exactly what he had in mind when he shot it.
Well, the bank has definitely been open on the opposite or the near side of the court for both squads. Here's Lang driving in, and an offensive foul is going to be called as Schumacher took the charge, I guess. Lang picks up his second. We do have a halftime score from Decorah.
Yes.
Decorah 17.
Oh, no.
Oelwein 25.
17 points and a half. Oofta.
Woodward brings it up into the front court, veering over to the left side. Bounce pass left corner to McMillan. McMillan left the lane to Schumacher, splitting defenders down the lane, lays it up. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Leaps. Leaps in the backcourt for Decorah. Leaps down to Drake Skirring. Skirring dribbles up to the front court. Bounce pass on the right side to Leaps. Leaps driving right baseline, now stops. Bounce pass between the circles to Lang, who leaves it for Nimrod to reset. On the right side, it goes to Jacob Leaps. Leaps driving in the lane. The Red Sea parts for him again, and he lays it up for two. No one wants to step in front of 33 there, Larry.
Well, I think it was a white sea again by the red guy in the uniform, but that's all right. It works out.
Just trying to be historically accurate, if not accurate tonight. Three-pointer up by Moeller, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It was touched last by an Oelwein player trying to save it. So from the opposite end, Decorah will play it. 2:25 to play here in the third. 43-19 the score.
Was that a three-pointer that Oelwein just attempted?
Yep.
That's what I thought. I was so excited I could hardly think what the shot was.
Well, there you go thinking again, Coach B. With it left of the key is Lang. Lang turns and faces and takes a 10-footer and buries it.
He's got a pretty good shot out there.
10 points for Lang on the night. Second player in double figures behind Skirring with 15 for Decorah. 45-19. Decorah on top with 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here's Pierce knocking it away from Schumacher, taking it away. And Schumacher was angry, so he bumps into him and fouls him.
Now that's called making two mistakes, I think.
In the biz, we call that a frustration foul.
Right. Historically correct.
I was always more of a history guy than a science guy, but you saw my science grades back in the day.
Yeah, I did, and they were very good, Darren. Don't ever demean yourself.
Well,
you did well.
Good and what to culture there. Pierce left corner, three-pointer is an air ball. And a rebound down, and they're going to get Lang for a foul.
Wow.
Pushing off for the board there.
That shot wasn't real good there, Darren. I don't want to say anything too bad, but my goodness.
Picks up his third and the team's second. We got 105 seconds to play here in the third. 45-19 the score. Decorah up by 26. Troy Rao between the circles veers over to the right side. Leaves it in the right corner to McMillan. McMillan dribbles to the right wing on Kane. Dumps it underneath to the right block to Meyer. Meyer lays it up for two. That's his first two of the night.
That's the first time he's actually had a attempt, really, that's mounted anything.
45-21 against the pressure. They inbound it to Kane at half court. Now to Johansson. Leaves it to Lang. Lang lays it up. No good, but he traveled with it beforehand.
Well, that was a good try, but, that pass had a little extra mustard on it, and he was expecting ketchup.
Maybe with some relish, perhaps. What's your favorite condiment?
My favorite condiment? I'd have to say bread and butter pickles.
Okay. Here is Oelwein with the basketball. Rao back top of the key to Woodward as Oelwein's going to run some clock here. Just the thing I would do down 24 at the end of the third quarter. Well, and here's Oelwein with an illegal screen anyway.
You got to wonder, do you want to go for cosmetic look here, or do you want to go for a chance to maybe score some points?
Meyer picks up the foul, his third, team's fourth. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter, 45-21. Here's Johansson up the right side of the floor, dumps it to Kane at the left block. Kyle misses the shot. Kyle got it back. Kyle dumps it to Pierce, left of the lane, goes up, had it swatted by Meyer, taken by White. White driving down the right side, goes up, fouled from behind by Kyle Kane. Kane will pick up personal number 2. Team foul number 4, 44.4 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, I tell you what, this full court break that we've got against their full court press from Oelwein, we've had two great looks, and Holt Johansson's gone down twice, had good passes, Darren, and he has nothing to show for it. Doesn't get an assist or anything because the other guys have kind of let him down a little.
First free throw was good by White to make it 45-22. Second free throw up and good as well. 45-23, 40 seconds to play here in the third. Pierce with the behind-the-back dribble up into the front court, leaves it high on the right to Holt Johansson. Johansson veers to the right wing, or dribbles to the right block, puts it up and in.
Did he hit the glass or not, Darren?
Yep. 47-23.
Yep.
8 points for Johansson. Missed shot by Oelwein. Johansson brings it down. 17 seconds now to Kane. Kane goes across the lane. Layup no good. Rebound taken by Pierce. He put it up and got it blocked out of bounds. So Decorah will keep it with 12.2 to play here in the third.
Just to kind of go back there, I did ask you 2 questions, and you said, yep.
2 questions.
Are you a politician?
Well, the State of the Union's on another channel tonight. 3-pointer up by Leap in the left corner is up and good. Leap's now to double figures with 11 off the feed from Pierce, 50-23. Here's a runner up by McMillan at the end of the quarter, and he'll put it up and in. McMillan gets his first 2, and the third quarter comes to a close. 50-25. Decorah will go off leading as we go to the fourth quarter. Here we go, fourth quarter, 50-25. Decorah leads as we go to that fourth quarter. Darren and Larry back with you in Oelwein. We're glad you're with us. We're glad we finally get to call a boys basketball game. Never thought I'd... Obviously, there's always the Christmas break, but 6 weeks without calling a team in season, that's crazy.
Yep.
Scurrying with it on the left wing, dribbles to the top of the key, veers over to the right side, picks up his dribble on the right wing, bounces in the right corner to Colin Nimrod. Nimrod on the drive in the lane, put up a wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Meyer for the Huskies. Meyer's pass deflected, run down by Rao. Kicks it along the right baseline to Meyer, or to White rather, a 15-footer, no good. Johansson with the rebound. Now to Nimrod. Nimrod up the right side of the floor, back to Scurring. Scurring will settle things down. Johansson, right corner to Nimrod. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound down to White, and White traveled on the way out. And I think John Carlson is just getting up and saying, settle down, boys, we're not on the playground.
Well, It's awful easy to get into that mode when you look up at the scoreboard.
50-25. Decorah up 25 with 7:15 to play here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pierce right of the lane to Skirring, dumps it underneath with the right block to Hartman, and Hartman goes up and gets fouled. That's the best aggressiveness we've seen out of Hartman tonight.
Yeah, well, that's a nice play there. Two good passes.
And Meyer picks up his fourth personal foul, team's fifth. Chris will go to the free throw line looking for his first point. He's only a 33% free throw shooter this year. First free throw up, no good.
I'll tell you what, I keep telling everybody this, Darren, but the way that they're being called anymore, these games, they've got to become a good free throw shooter.
And the second free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Austin Meyer for Oelwein. 7:05 to play, 50-25 Decorah, and here is Rao traveling with the basketball. So Oelwein has turned it over now 14 times. How about the floor game for Decorah right now, Larry? 6 turnovers all night.
Mm-hmm. It's good. What do you want me to say?
Oh.
That's good.
Getting his Monty from Major League on tonight. Proudly being the Harry Doyle. And there's my jinx as Johansson throws it away. It's taken away by Arndt, who goes down the other end and lays it up for 2. Arndt with 7 to lead Oelwein tonight. 50-27. That's why you didn't say anything.
Right. I didn't want to jinx anybody. Obviously, you didn't get the same memo.
6:35 left in the fourth quarter. 50-27. Score up by 23. Pierce with it in the left corner. Left of the key to Nimrod. Nimrod bounce pass to Johansson between the circles. On the right side of Skirring. Skirring shot faking a drive in the lane. Now stops, goes left side of Pierce. Left corner to Johansson underneath the Hartman left block. Goes up, had it blocked by Meyer. Got it back, puts it up and in. Hartman with his first 2. 52-27. Decorah up 25 with 6:05 to play in the fourth. On the right side with it is Meyer. Meyer works on Hartman in the Decorah man for man, picks up his dribble, leaves it for a three-pointer by Arndt, no good. Weak side rebound by Latterberg. Latterberg goes up, and the foul is called on Johansson as Holt tried to jump out of the gym that time.
He did. Unfortunately, he jumped right on top of the guy from Oelwein.
Exactly. Second foul on Holt and the 5th on the team. Decorah has only been whistled for 9 fouls all night.
That's the 14th rebound by Oelwein to tonight's game. Decorah has 22.
First free throw is no good by Jared Latterberg. Oelwein 2 of 6 at the line tonight.
I would assume we're going to start seeing a Decorah parade here pretty quickly. Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah.
And that's good. I'd like to see some of these other guys get a chance to go out there and do a little playing.
Granted, this week's schedule is going to be relatively normal with Decorah and or at Oelwein tonight, home to New Hampton on Friday night. As free throw, no good. Rebound down to Hartman, but the rest of the schedule is going to be pretty compact with all of the makeups that will be happening. Skirring double team leaves it now to Pierce, and I think Coach John took a timeout. So JC takes 30 with 5:39 to play here in the fourth. It's 52-27 Decorah. They led 12-7 at the end of the first quarter, outscored Oelwein 22-5 in the second quarter, and it really hasn't been all that interesting since. Very good play in that first quarter, or that first half. Decorah shot 62% in that first half, and for a team that on the season is shooting 39%, that'll work.
It'll work, all right. It'll work for almost anybody at any level anywhere in the world. But, a lot of that was because Decorah was getting inside. I mean, and they had good passes. They were playing within themselves. It was really good fun ball to watch, Darren.
5:39 to play in the fourth. It's 52-27, and here's an offensive foul on Drake Skirring, who made contact with Jonah Woodward.
Yeah, we've had about 3 of those tonight, Darren.
Drake will pick up his first and the team's 6th. On the right side with it is McMillan. Leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher driving towards the baseline, and a reach-in foul is going to go against James Lang. Lang will pick up his 4th and the team's 7th. 5:26 left with in this one. 52-27 the score, and Quan Schumacher will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 0 for 2 from there tonight. First free throw up and good.
Yeah, he's played all right coming into the game. Done a couple of good things for him.
Second free throw for Schumacher up and good. He's got 5 points off the bench. It's 52-29 Decorah. Up by 23. They've led by as many as 26 here tonight. There's 5:17 to play here in the fourth quarter. Fourth straight game. Decorah has surpassed the 50-point mark. And here's a shot up and good on the left side. Was that Lang?
No, it was Skirring.
Skirring takes the shot. I was looking down in my notes there. As a drive into the lane and a foul is going to be called on Leaps.
It was a great pass inside by Pierce.
Yeah. Caught me napping there, Coach B. Sorry.
How was it? Pretty good?
Power nap. Can't go wrong.
At least you didn't have your hands down, on the table here.
As Schumacher will go to the free throw line. First one up and good.
I have to say, overall, I've been very impressed by Decorah. Again, now we have to consider the opponent, obviously, but they've done a lot of good things tonight, Darren.
54-30. The lead 24. Schumacher's second free throw up and good. I promise to pay attention this possession. Promise. Inbounds it comes to Leaps. Now to Pierce. Pierce up on the front court. Pierce on the right baseline to Hartman. Hartman leaves it to Pierce in the right corner. Decorah leads by 23 with 4:47 to play. Hartman left side to Skirring. Drake on the drive of the lane. Lost control of it. Got it back, and they're going to travel on Drake Skirring.
He was a little out of control on that play.
Might be an understatement, to be honest with you.
Well, if he were to have been in a car, we'd have had a big pileup.
Here's Drake with a steal away from Woodward on the left side, so a turnover back to Decorah. The Leaps left to the lane to Lang. A power move across the lane and will put it up for 2.
Very good move.
Lang with 12. 56-31. Decorah up 25, 4:18 to play here in quarter number 4. On the baseline with it is a layup is good by Arndt, but it's going to get waved off as Drake Skirring takes a charge. Arndt picks up his first, team 6th.
They've been very consistent on that charging foul.
4:15 left, 56-31. Last check, the girls were trailing at halftime 25-17. Wrestlers tonight lose to Cresco 48-25. So a plethora of Decorah High School activities going on tonight.
Quite a few things, too.
If I'm not mistaken, I think swimming was in action tonight, too. With it on the left side is Skirring. Skirring lob pass underneath to Lang at the left block. Double team. Kicks it high on the left to Leaps. Leaps steps up to a 12-footer and nails it. Leaps with 13. 58-31. 27-point lead for Decorah with 3:37 to play. There's Schumacher going to the baseline, and a blocking foul is called on Leaps. Leaps will pick up his second foul, and the team's 9th.
Yep. Get some subs in here.
First, got to say, well done to the speech students, sending 29 groups to state as well.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. That's a plethora of groups, if you will.
Well,
and a lot of them, too.
Speech is one of those things that there's a tremendous amount of participation, and coaches do a great job.
All right, let's see. New players in for Decorah. Isaac Luzum as the first free throw up and good by Schumacher.
Got Tanner Immel.
Tanner Immel, Brett LaRue, also Reed Drenth, and also Caleb Qualley is in as well. So, Schumacher now with 8 points on the night. 58-32. The second free throw left a little short.
That ball there looked like somebody had substituted one of those medicine balls for it. That thing got about halfway there.
As One guy I always looked up to, broadcasting-wise, Ron Gander, would say nothing but 0-2 on that one. And as a science teacher, you can appreciate that, right? Qualley in the backcourt lost control of the ball. It goes out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Huskies.
Yep. Good old 0-2. Need it.
Yeah. Without it, I don't think we'd be around. Did I learn that much in ninth grade physical science?
Ooh, look over the top.
Inbounds it comes to Drent. 3:20 left, 58-32. Decorah leading by 26. Brett LaRue left corner to Tanner Emil. Tried to get it underneath the Drent. Ball knocked around, taken away by the Huskies. This is Arndt. Dumps that to the left block to White, and White lays it up for 2. White with 6. It's 58-34 with 3 minutes left in the game. Isaac loses him in the backcourt, bounces across the timeline to Caleb Qualley. Qualley drives in the lane, and they're going to call an offensive.
No, that was not an offensive foul. Just because a guy falls down, it's not an offensive foul, boys.
Qualley picks up his first, team's 10th. 2:51 left.
I was always said it had to be chest to chest, and that enough said.
Exactly. If you want an argument out of me, you better change the subject. As Burlow goes on the left side of White. White goes to the free throw line, takes the jumper there, no good. Rebound pulled down by Isaac Luzum. Luzum leaves it for Brett LaRue across the timeline on the right side to Drent. Drent to Brett LaRue, now to Isaac Luzum. Luzum with basketball, midcourt area. Now to Qualley with 2:18 left. Leaves it on the right side to Tanner Emil. Emil gets his man in the air. Right corner to Luzum. Now to LaRue underneath the Tanner Emil. And Emil will put it up for 2.
Hey, look good.
Emil with his first 2. 2:03 left. 60-34. And down the lane goes Meyer, and he'll lay it up and in. He's got 4 now. They're having 11 against Decorah the first time. 1:49 left. 60-36. Decorah. Here at the free throw line is Luzum. Left corner to LaRue. Jumper up and good. 18-footer up and good for Brett LaRue. Don't believe Brett's missed a shot this year. 62-36. 90 seconds to play. Meyer's shot puts up a 3-pointer. It's no good. Rebound down to Luzum. Luzum now to LaRue. Quickly ahead to Caleb Qualley. Put up a wild shot. No good. Drent got the rebound. Puts it up and in. And with 4 guys waiting at the scorer's table, Kerry Griffith does the right thing, stops play, and lets those kids in. Coming into the lineup, Toby Engelhardt for Decorah, as well as Kevin Baumler for Decorah. 1:16 left, 64-36. A 28-point lead for the Vikings. Pass underneath. Deflected and taken away by Kevin Baumler for Decorah. Got his name in the stat sheet right away. Now to LaRue. Lob pass underneath to Engelhardt. He caught it awkwardly and took a couple of extra steps.
Got a jump stop there, big guy.
.3 left. 64-36. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah. And KDECradio.com. As ball goes underneath, and Oelwein lost control of it. Goes out of bounds. Inbounds it comes to Qualley with 45 seconds left. Head to Brett LaRue. LaRue lost it. It's taken away by the Huskies. Taking it that time for a 3 up and good, and that's Florian Dennis for Oelwein. Dennis will hit the 3-pointer. Make it 64-39 with 22 seconds left. Vikes led this one after one quarter, 12-7. Baumler lost control of the ball. It goes out of bounds. No, it's saved in. Engelhardt takes it right baseline. Loose ball. Ends up in a rugby scrum. Alternating possession will go to the Huskies.
Yeah. It's too bad. It was a great pass there to Gavin. I wish he'd have handled it. He had a layup.
64-39, 10 seconds left. Huskies will dribble it up. Dennis on the right side. He'll take a 20-footer, and it's no good. And the horn sounds, and the game is over. Decorah wins it by 25. Back with the totals after this timeout.